Thank God for godly friends. Better pay attention to who's around you, so that when you are weak, they should be strong. And when you can't pray, they should know how to pray. And when you don't have faith, they should have faith for you. Take inventory of your circle.
Proverbs 18:1 says, "He who isolates himself seeks his own desire. He breaks free from all sound judgment." When I could think back at the lowest point of my life, the reason that I got to that point in my life was because it was an accumulation of living in sin, and it finally caught up to me. Specifically, sexual sin, porn, masturbation, constantly fixated on chasing women. And the reason that this sin had such a control over me was because I was in bondage because of how I was keeping that sin in darkness. Sunlight is the most powerful disinfectant that there is. When you have visibility into your darkness, there is no way that the darkness can survive, and it loses its power by bringing it to the light. That's why Jesus said the truth is the only thing that will set you free. And so what I did at the lowest point of my life is I got humble, and I plugged into community that could hold me accountable, and I allowed them visibility into my darkness, which allowed me to be cleansed from any wickedness in me, from having honest, raw conversations, which ultimately made me feel loved and not alone, because whatever we don't vocalize, we internalize. And that affected my identity because I was tying my identity to what I did versus what God said about who I was. And so when I was able to replace who God said I was with what I did by being removed from the shame and guilt I had in the lifestyle that I was living, that is when everything transformed in my life. Obedience breeds blessings, and God's destiny moves towards us at the speed of our obedience. So if we delay our obedience, we are just delaying our blessing. If you feel a call, if you feel a conviction that you need to be obedient in relation to exposing your darkness to somebody that needs to have visibility into your darkness, that is what I offer in my coaching program. Message or comment purpose. If you are serious about destroying any vices in your life that's preventing you from being who God wants you to be, and you want to learn more about my coaching.